As far as the customer service and the food and the ambiance is concerned, I would argue it's probably the nicest place that I've been to in Northern Virginia.
Stay off the cuff, that's OFF. Show them bars to the worldwide net. Are the drinks made yet? Pass one to me. Blessed he, the old-fashioned king, the old-fashioned king.
Virginia is for Grubbers. We are back again with another old-fashioned Friday, and this week we are coming to you from Leesburg, Virginia. And today we are at Tuskies, aka Tuscarora Mill. It's actually my first time that I've ever dined or have gotten a cocktail here. I don't know how. If you just tuned into our channel, we are Virginia is for Grubbers. We review old fashions every single Friday. We call it Old Fashioned Friday. We've been doing it 3+ years, 150+ episodes. If you're into bourbon, you're into old fashions, definitely hit us with a follow, subscribe, all that jazz. This episode will actually be the last episode of the year where we are reviewing an actual old fashioned. The last Friday of every year, we are now going to do the top 5 old fashions that we have reviewed for that year. So don't miss next Friday's episode. We will have the top 5 best old fashions of 2023. We review these old fashions off of 4 things. We rate them 0 to 3 on appearance, first sip, overall taste, and then 0 through 1 on the overall ambiance of the establishment that we're enjoying the cocktail at. Please, you're gonna want to stick around for the ambiance because there is a ton to say that's super positive about Tuskies that I'm really enjoying. We'll jump into this appearance first. Here we go. If you guys been watching our episodes, you know, not off to a great start. No single cube, no clarified ice, fairly small glass. We got a nice Luxardo there and a nice orange peel, which is a plus. If this place had clarified ice, this place would skyrocket. If you don't have clarified ice and you're looking for the best clarified ice throughout the DMV, you can do so at stillice.com. They will hand deliver it to your restaurant or your home. Also looks like they might have muddled it, which is a little bit old school, which kind of matches the vibe here at Tuskies, but appearance, I'm gonna go 1.6. We're gonna jump into this first sip. Here we go, first sip. Smooth, no bite, very well blended and crafted. If you see what this place looks like inside, I would say that the taste of this matches the ambiance. Tuskies is very homey, which we'll get into when we do the ambiance. It's very homey, very rustic, very warm. Definitely a solid old fashioned. Wouldn't say it's blowing my socks off, but definitely good. I'll go 2-2. We'll jump into this overall taste, and then please stick around for the ambiance. It's crazy. Here we go, overall. It's good OF. Good OF, fairly consistent, you know, obviously without a single cube, definitely without clarified ice and a single cube, you're not gonna get the consistency that you need in an old fashioned. So it's gonna get a little bit watered down. You can taste that right now. All right, last sip. Overall taste, I'll say this, it's not on the sweeter side. I actually prefer my old fashions a little bit on the sweeter side. Surprisingly, without it being sweet, it's incredibly smooth. There's no bite, there's no burn. You know, obviously without not clarified ice, consistency is gonna drop. We said 2-2 off first sip. We're gonna go 2 flat off overall taste. We'll talk about the ambiance here of Tuskies. Located downtown Leesburg, beautiful location. Anybody that's been to Leesburg has a lot of history, has a lot of character to it. As soon as we walked in, I saw a beautiful Christmas tree, and then I entered a separate door and you see a beautiful bar. Not a huge bar by any means, but a ton of different spirits on that bar. I would argue that they might have the best selection of bourbon in Loudoun County. They had Buffalo Trace, they had Eagle Rare, they had Blanton's, they had Weller Antique, they had Weller Special Reserve, they had E.H. Taylor Small Batch, they had E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof. They also had Stagg Jr. and the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection of George T. Stagg. How I've never been in here, I don't know, but as soon as you walk in, it feels homey. It feels warm, you know, exposed ceilings, a lot of rustic decor, a ton of Christmas decorations. Incredible spot for a date night. As far as the customer service and the food and the ambiance is concerned with Tuskies, I would argue it's probably the nicest place that I've been to in Northern Virginia. Obviously, with all of that said, I'm gonna go full 1 off of overall ambiance. Tuskies, Leesburg, Virginia. Virginia is for Grubbers, 6.8. Cheers, guys.